Got a hot and heavy holiday on your mind? Lover's has the perfect pleasure presents with early Black Friday deals that will get you off the naughty list this year. Save up to 60% on the sexiest holiday gifts. Lover's Rewards members can win a holiday sweepstakes grand prize worth over $4,000. With 18 Western Washington locations, Lover's is the place for sexy holiday gifting. Mention presents for 20% off your purchase. Visit loversstores.com for official sweepstakes rules.
Every industry, every job site, any challenge. Purple Wave's upcoming December 5th construction auction has the Caterpillar equipment to tackle it all. We make it easy to connect, inspect, and bid, ensuring you can find the right equipment that's ready to go to work for you. The equipment is ready to inspect at our partner Copart's yard in your area. Bidding ends December 5th at purplewave.com. The easiest and most straightforward way to buy and sell equipment. purplewave.com.
Black Friday week is here, and so are amazing deals at Amazon. You'll save so much on early holiday beauty gifts, like hair care, makeup, and skincare. You'll have money left over to get your bro the big bottle of cologne. Just remind him one spritz is enough. Or waterproof mascara resilient enough for watching the holiday classics. I love this part. Oh, what fun it is to save. Black Friday week is here with deals up to 35% off.
Places, please. The Daly Migs Show is on deck. Guitars plugged in. Drums ready to go. Chickens. Other animals. And action. This is the Daly Migs Show on The Rock with Taryn Daly and Steve Migs.
While listening to the Daly Migs Show, please refrain from any unnecessary finger gesturing.
99.9 KISW.
Good morning, Rockaholics. Happy Hump Day.
Yes.
Steve Migs, if you had to listen to one song with the word hump in it, would you go with My Humps or the Humpty Dance?
Oh, crap. My first thought was going to be Gwen Stefani, but I forgot about, what the hell is that guy's name? From the Digital Underground.
Yes. Gosh, what is his name?
With the nose. It once got busy in a Burger King bathroom.
I feel like that's your pick.
Oh, what the hell is that guy's name? Shock G?
Yes.
I think. Yes.
Yep.
May he rest. I believe he passed away, so may he rest in peace.
Is that the song you'd go with for Hump Day?
Yes.
The Humpty Dance.
And if he did pass away, I hope he's still resting in peace.
No, he did.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Thanks. So enthusiastic over the both of you. Yeah, he did.
Look at
He's
Danny.
Dead. He's dead.
He's informing the Rockaholics before we've even begun informing the Rockaholics.
I don't even think we need to inform the Rockaholics. I think we know everything we need to know.
Let's get to the Daily Migs download.
Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daily Migs Download.
AKA the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
Do the Humpty Hump. Watch me do the Humpty Hump. Oh, do me, baby. Isn't that, that was Tupac's first, exposure to the masses?
Oh, my God.
I think he was, one of his dancers.
That's a pretty cool claim to fame, honestly.
I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, Tupac got his first start with Digital Underground and was part of the Humpty Hump.
That's what it looks like.
You're a flyboy.
I had never heard of the Digital Underground before today, and I've seen there's so many members of it because apparently they changed members with each tour and album that they did.
Of course, Danny. Come on.
Duh.
I mean, why don't you know these things? Hold on, here we go. That is a filthy bass line, though.
All right, stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to. I look funny, but yo, I'm making money, see? So yo, world, I hope you're ready for me. Now gather round. I'm the new fool in town, and my sound's laid down by the underground. I'm drinking a bottle of Hennessy you got on your shelf, so just let me introduce myself. My name
His name is Humpty.
Pronounced with a Humpty. Yo, lady.
Okay.
I give up.
I don't know what else to do.
We're already unhinged.
We are. You know why? Because the DMD is brought to you by Palace Lawn. Today is National Stress Awareness Day. I don't know what you do. to deal with your stress, maybe it's listen to the Digital Underground. Maybe it's eating a ridiculous amount of food. But for some Americans, I think they're stressed because of, well, they woke up to this news.
We are now projecting that the next president of the United States is Donald Trump.
He will reclaim the White House. The 45th president of the United States will become the 47th president of the United States, being elected for non-consecutive terms, a feat that has not been achieved since Grover Cleveland did it back in 1892.
That's a crazy stat.
That is. I
And
didn't
also,
know that.
when is that guy going to bust into the I get high with a little help? That voice. That voice was on another level.
Like Joe Cocker.
It was a total Joe Cocker voice. I was like, damn, dude, what's going on with you last night? What the hell is happening to your throat? Anyways, Donald Trump, I don't know why I'm picturing like the blue raspberry Kool-Aid guy busting through a blue wall, but everyone's talking about how he busted through the blue wall. And that's what happened. Reclaiming the White House, big victories in some battleground states. The New York Times has Donald Trump at 277 electoral votes. And it's not just the electoral votes that he ended up winning. It's also the popular vote as well, because he had over 70 million people voting for him. And Kamala Harris, 224 electoral votes and about 65 million as of right now. But they said there's 37 electoral votes left, and they're most likely going to go to Trump as well.
On a local level, Democrat Bob Ferguson was elected Washington's next governor, defeating Republican Dave Reichert. The Associated Press called the race last night, though Reichert will not concede until all of the votes are counted. Bob Ferguson has been Washington's Attorney General since 2013, and he wants to address public safety, the fentanyl crisis, housing, healthcare, and make some improvements to our ferry system. Maria Cantwell is leading the race for U.S. Senate here in Washington, and if reelected, she will retain her Senate seat for a 5th consecutive term.
Ferguson also needs to figure out what the hell's going on with our Seattle Kraken. I know he's figuring out the ferry and all the economy and things like that, but I don't know what the hell is happening. 4 straight losses, including last night to those dumb Colorado Avalanche. They ended up losing 6-3. Avalanche were on a 3-game losing streak, so hey, thanks Kraken for helping them break that.
Wow.
Kraken are now 5-8-1. Had a good start to the season. Things haven't been going all that well recently, and they're back home on Friday night to take on the Vegas Golden Knights.
I can say with 100% confidence that none of my farm animals have ever gotten drunk. But there is a video of a drunk pig that has made the rounds on TikTok. Her name is Strawberry, and she lives in Colorado. Her owners had a bunch of leftover beer from the 4th of July just sitting around in their garage, and she found it. She broke into the cans, drank a bunch of it, and of course they had to pull their phones out and start filming it, because that's what you do for likes.
Oh my God, look how many she killed. Like, this is gone, that's gone, that's gone.
Strawberry, what did you do?
Probably drunk too.
It's like this beer ain't gonna drink itself.
And if you're curious whether or not she was hungover the next day, they said she was fit as a fiddle the next morning.
Oh, yeah. Peppa and her family, they get wasted all the time on Peppa's Adventures. Next day, they're completely, especially George. He's a little guy, but he can put down a few. He can put down at least 12-pack.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, as far as weather, we're going to hit a high of 51 degrees. It's going to be cloudy today. The DMV is brought to you by Jersey Mike's. Sub above, and that's what's up.
Has your house ever been used for something like a TV show or a movie?
No, but I would love for that to happen.
Oh, so you would let them do that if they asked?
I would. My wife? Absolutely not. I don't even think there's it would have to be a ridiculous amount of money for her to allow somebody and an entire film crew to come into our house and take over.
Well, this might be something to entice her with. One woman shared how much money she made because her house was used on an iconic TV show. You're going to hear from her at 6:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
When you think about businesses that are selling through the roof like Aloe, Allbirds, or Skims, sure, you think about a great product, a cool brand, and brilliant marketing. But an often overlooked secret is actually the businesses behind the business, making selling and for shoppers buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. Nobody does selling better than Shopify, home of the #1 checkout on the planet and the not-so-secret secret with Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts going abandoned and way more sales going. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell whenever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout experience as business powerhouses like Aloe, Allbirds, and Skims. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Have you ever wondered how much someone gets paid when a TV show or a movie wants to use their house? In a new Prime documentary called The House From, there's a woman who tells us what she got paid when Breaking Bad wanted to use her place for Jesse Pinkman's home.
My name is Christine Brennan, and I used to own Jesse's mansion from the Breaking Bad series.
I thought we were going to cook here.
No, we're not going to cook here. Okay, this is my house.
If they needed to come into the house, they would pay me $500 for the day. If they filmed, they would pay $2,000 a day. And then if they don't film any more than 14 days, I don't have to pay income taxes on it. At that point, my son was in high school, and I was able to buy him a car.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to think, is they even, I mean, 2,000, I mean, that's a no-brainer. Someone said, hey, here's $2,000. Can you leave your house for like a few hours? We're like, yep, I'm out. I'm going to go wherever. I don't care. I'll go get lunch, go to the mall. But would you be willing to just bone out and leave your house for $500?
Yes.
Same.
Absolutely.
Right? I was like, that seems like honestly, I'm such a big Breaking Bad fan. If they came to my house, I'm like, can I just like hang out and be an extra? Yeah. And then you guys could use my home.
So do you remember that part in Breaking Bad when Jesse Pinkman's parents sold their house?
To be honest with you, I don't remember that. And I love the show. I forgot all about that.
Well, apparently that transaction was never even supposed to happen. So here's the woman who owned it in real life, where she explains how she is responsible for that major shift in the show.
Vince Gillingham was not real happy with me when he found out that I was selling the house mid-season.
Was there, by any chance, scheduled for this afternoon, an open house?
He had already envisioned what the next season was going to be like, and he had to rewrite the script so Jesse's house would be sold in case the new owners didn't allow filming, which resulted in Jesse having to move elsewhere because the buyers were going to be in the process of remodeling it.
So you moved the garage. That's bold.
Mother's idea.
That's too funny. I never thought about the fact that, like, if someone wants to sell their home, but it's in the middle of like a successful TV show, that could impact the TV show.
Do you think that was part of like the selling points when she listed the home?
Yes.
Oh, I would definitely say, hey, look, just so you know, there's a Breaking Bad using this house. You could potentially get a couple $1,000s every so often because you're going to need to take some shots from that house.
Or you could tell everyone that at one point this was a meth lab, okay? This was a real live meth lab.
Wow. Now I'm thinking that the pizza house, Walter White's house, which is, I mean, Danny, have you ever, because you lived in New Mexico.
Yes.
So did you ever go by the,
No.
I know you weren't a Breaking Bad guy.
No, yeah, and that's, it's funny, like people were going, and it was a huge like tour because they have the whole tour, and they would take you by. But then also you could just look up the address, and people would go and actually throw pizzas on the house.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, I would be less pissed if people are throwing pizzas on my house if I'm getting a couple $1,000s every so often.
You would think. However, they got very angry, and they would like have police presence. They put up like a huge fence there.
Yeah, I heard that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I guess I would be a little annoyed if all of a sudden every morning I look up and I'm like, there's freaking pepperoni on our roof again.
And also, what a waste. What a waste. Especially if it was Dion's pizza.
Exactly. Thank you, Taryn.
No, typically after you eat one slice, you're like, I got to get rid of this pizza. I'm going to chuck it on Walter White's house.
Well, we have a question for you, Rockaholics. 206-803-ROCK. Have you ever had your home used for something interesting? It could be for a TV show, for a movie, anything at all.
I had a friend that once used his home for films of the adult variety.
Oh! Wow.
Yes. And that was incredible. I had so many questions. And he made pretty decent money. And I was always like, send me the links. I want to see he never got me any of the links because I was like, I want to see, like, am I sitting on the couch that was used in the movie? Like, that's kind of crazy.
Bro, I had a friend that had that happen to them as well.
That's nuts.
Yeah, well.
Did they clean the couch afterwards?
It was like a whole thing, like where it was like a party, a college party, if you will. And they brought cameras in and porn stars in. And stuff happened.
Did anyone bring a blacklight through afterwards?
I would love to run that one by my wife. Hey, babe, we have a chance to make $5,000. We just got to leave the house for a few days.
206-803-ROCK. Have you ever had your home used for something interesting? Maybe it's a TV show. Maybe it's an adult film. We don't care. We want to hear the story about anything. 206-803-ROCK. We will take your calls after Sublime.
The Daly Migs Show.
Rockaholics, we want to know if you have ever had your home used for something interesting. It could be for a TV show, a movie, anything. Give us a call, 206-803-ROCK.
And you say anything, and this texture actually has one of the anythings, and that is when I was a teenager, my neighborhood got used for a police standoff. Does that count?
Yeah, that counts.
Now, see, that I would do in a heartbeat. I wouldn't even if my wife, I'm sure they're like, you have no choice. We're coming into your house and we're using it. But if like cops came in and like, we need to use your house, we need to camp out on the roof because of something's going on, I'd be like, hell yeah.
Come on in.
Do I get one of those deputy stickers?
Can I wear a bulletproof vest?
Can I wear a bulletproof? That's the agreement.
Yes.
Oh, I just want a sticker. You want to wear a bulletproof vest.
Of course.
Sounds like a plan. Someone else texted and said, my buddy shot a short film at my house before. I had to rearrange everything.
Oh.
And I forgot about this, but one of my wife's family members, I remember we were at their house, and they had those, like the athletic massage guns that are popular nowadays.
Sure.
Like the ones
like a Theragun or whatever.
Yeah, they had a few of them. Like, that's cool. Like, yeah, we got these for free because of a company came to our house and wanted to use our house for a commercial. Turns out they had like this big commercial filmed at their house with like Sue Bird was there, and I think Breonna Stewart when she was on the Seattle Storm was there too. All just like hanging out in their house. I'm like, that's so crazy.
Badass.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Although I thought the best part was that they got the free hookup on these massage guns.
Oh, yeah.
And I think they got paid too, obviously, but they were like, here's a couple of these for you guys.
Well, Steve Migs, I have something cool to tell you. I had a music video filmed in my woods.
What? Really?
Yes. The local band, Always Naked, they filmed their song Dirty Face, the video for that, in my woods.
Wow.
And they used my shop as like their kind of home base for setting up, doing makeup and things like that. We had beer, made a whole afternoon of it. It was awesome.
Oh, so you knew ahead of time. It wasn't like how it just seems like that's the running joke on where you live is that people just
show up.
People just show up and set up shop and you don't even know for a couple of days.
They hit me up and they were like, "Hey, you have woods, right? Can we use your woods?" And I was like, absolutely. And even on the YouTube video, it's like they give me a little credit for using my woods.
You got woods?
I got woods.
Nice.
Big woods. 206-803-ROCK. Give us a call if you have ever had your home used for something interesting, a TV show, a movie, a music video, anything.
Maybe it's your truck, because Danny was telling us that his truck got used for something once.
Yeah, it was a Disney movie, a Disney Channel movie called Lemonade Mouth. You can find it on Disney Plus right now if you'd like. But it was around the time when I was like doing part-time radio, and I was just like looking to make extra money. And in New Mexico, the film scene was thriving. So for some reason, I got connected with somebody, and they were like, "Hey, we're looking for vehicles that we can use for this Disney Channel movie." And I was like, "Yes, sign me up." And I had a little Toyota Tacoma at the time, and sure enough showed up at set time, and I just drove through Old Town Albuquerque a few times as they were filming, and you can see my truck in the movie now.
So you were driving it?
Yeah, I was driving it.
Did you get? Are you seeing it at all? Or
No, you cannot see me.
Did you try and get your face? Like, did you roll the window down and at least put your arm out? Just be like, "Hey, that's my arm, guys."
Unfortunately, they told us no. They have very strict instructions. I almost hit the lead actress though. I was supposed to. She was supposed to run out in front of my car as to cross the street. And
that's a lot of faith to put in a rando. Like, hey, just get close to hitting her. You would think they'd have like a stunt person that knows, no offense, but knows how to drive close to somebody without hitting them. Like, that could have been a disaster.
No, just 22-year-old Danny.
No waiver signed or anything like that?
I don't think so. Not that I remember.
Oh, no, she signed a waiver. If she dies, the family can't sue them or Danny, apparently.
Funny enough, though, the next day I signed up and I was in Fright Night because of that movie. because of my truck.
Oh, wow.
They were just like, yeah. And it was like the most random thing ever.
A celebrity truck.
Let's go to New Mexico and let's hang out.
Danny is very famous.
Someone texted and said I had a Proactive commercial shot at my house.
What? Oh, like the face stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool.
All right, here's a weird question. And what about like you see sometimes like these like STD commercials?
Sure.
Like what if they wanted to film that at like your place and like you're in the commercial? Would you? Granted, you don't have the STD, but now all of a sudden people are going to see that, and even though they know that you're like just part of a commercial, they might just start being like, "Oh, that Taryn, she's totally got chlamydia.
She's the face of herpes."
Yeah.
Well, I thought about the same thing for like ED. Like they come to your house and they're like, they use Steve Migs as the guy. It's like you're just like sad all the time. Oh. It's like, oh, you're the ED guy.
Damn right I am.
Everything has a price, Danny. Everything has a price. All right.
If I had to pick between the two, I think I'm going ED over chlamydia.
Yeah, probably.
If I had to pick which, this is a very strange conversation to have, but here we are. What about you, Danny? Are you gonna be an ED guy or a chlamydia guy?
Like Taryn said, everything has a price. Depends on how much you're paying me.
All price is about the same. Okay, how about ED is they're gonna give you $500. Chlamydia is gonna give you $600.
I'll do chlamydia all day.
Also, said didn't Steve's wife said our grandpa's place got used for Pawn Stars? Yes,
that's rad.
But that was because they were featuring his collection of trains, like the toy trains and clown members. It was crazy.
How much was that worth?
Well, the family believed it was worth more than what the Pawn Stars believed it was. They were like, it's too hard to figure out what it's worth because there's just too many moving parts, no pun intended. Yeah. But it was just going to be like, they're like, it would be impossible for us to put an exact price on this collection. After my grandfather, after he passed away, they were trying to figure out if maybe there's a way to sell it. And Pawn Stars came to Washington for that.
If you've never seen that episode, you should go watch it, Taryn, because that train collection is impressive.
It's insane.
Like, it was like, wow.
Like, if anyone who's a fan of like collectible trains, if they saw that episode, their jaw would drop. I mean, we're talking decades of collections. And like Sid's grandpa would spend hours every day just tinkering with it and putting it all together. That garage was just insane. Speaking
of collections, Steve has been collecting wins all year long, Rockaholics. It's very annoying.
Look at you.
That's a segue right there.
That was smooth as butter.
308 wins, 93 losses, 55 ties in 2024. 206-803-ROCK. We will play Beat Migs at 6:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
Are you looking to launch a career but don't know where to begin? Pima Medical Institute has a variety of healthcare programs that start each month and has experts to guide you every step of the way. From the enrollment process to financial services and career services, our team is here to help. Courses begin soon. Take your first step now. Visit pmi.edu and enroll today. Visit pmi.edu and enroll today.
The most magical time of the year is finally here, and Hallmark Gold Crown has everything you need to ring in the season. So what are you waiting for? Deck the halls with festive decor. Trim the tree with our new collection of over 400 keepsake ornaments. Get your gift on with unique presents and cards. And wrap up your holiday shopping with beautiful ribbons, bows, and gift wrap. No matter what your holiday traditions look like, Hallmark Gold Crown is here to help bring joy to your world.
Every industry, every job site, any challenge. Purple Wave's upcoming December 5th construction auction has the Caterpillar equipment to tackle it all. We make it easy to connect, inspect, and bid, ensuring you can find the right equipment that's ready to go to work for you. The equipment is ready to inspect at our partner Copart's yard in your area. Bidding ends December 5th at purplewave.com. The easiest and most straightforward way to buy and sell equipment. purplewave.com.
Got a hot and heavy holiday on your mind? Lovers has the perfect pleasure presents with early Black Friday deals that will get you off the naughty list this year. Save up to 60% on the sexiest holiday gifts. Lovers Rewards members can win a holiday sweepstakes grand prize worth over $4,000. With 18 Western Washington locations, Lovers is the place for sexy holiday gifting. Mention presents for 20% off your purchase. Visit loversstores.com for official sweepstakes rules.
Black Friday week is here, and so are amazing deals at Amazon. You'll save so much on early holiday fashion gifts, like cozy fits and stylish shirts. You'll have money left over for those aviators that make you feel like a maverick. Or that ugly holiday sweater that's like really ugly.
OMG, that's like really ugly.
Oh, what fun it is to save. Black Friday week is here with deals up to 35% off.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs.
Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know Zach from Tacoma is. Zach, are you there?
I am here.
I'm Sarah, your host, and it's time for you to get out of here, Steve.
Bye-bye.
For those playing at home, Zach has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Let's do it, Sarah.
The Colosseum is located in what Italian city?
Rome.
Yes. Prince sang about a little red what?
Riding Hood?
No.
Wait. Prince? A beret.
No.
Little Red. Oh, pass.
Who played the Joker in the 2016 movie Suicide Squad?
That was Leto, Jared Leto.
Correct. What video game company trademarked the phrase "It's on like Donkey Kong"?
That's got to be Nintendo, right?
It is, yes. What president had an affair with Monica Lewinsky?
Ooh, Clinton.
Yes. 2 planets have no moons, Mercury and what other?
Ooh, Uranus?
No.
Mercury and Venus?
Yes. Quincy Jones had 7 children with how many different women?
Ooh, 7?
No.
6?
No.
3?
Oh, no. Beginning with T, what is the real first name of Jack Black?
Ooh, Jack Black. Terrence.
No.
Tracy.
No.
Theodore.
No. Zach got an 8. You got to 8 questions, so I liked his response.
That's okay. It's not bad.
Ooh. I think it's going to be kind of close.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it's going to be close.
Yeah? We're rooting for you, Zach Attack.
What does Danny think?
Thanks, guys.
That's more important.
No one cares what Danny thinks. Don't ask
Steve
him.
Migs cares about what Danny thinks.
Steve's going to win.
Steve Migs and I approve that message.
I thought we were done with that today, Steve.
Right?
Well, one last one. I'm sorry. I had to get it out of my system.
Steve, are you ready?
Yes! Yes! Yes!
The Colosseum is located in what Italian city?
I was going to say Los Angeles. Vatican City.
No.
Rome.
Yes. Prince sang about a little red what?
Rocket.
No!
Oh, my God.
Corvette. I had to. I'm sorry.
Correct. Who played the Joker in the 2016 movie Suicide Squad?
Joaquin Phoenix?
No.
Jared Leto.
Correct. What video game company trademarked the phrase "It's on like Donkey Kong"?
Nintendo.
Yes. What president had an affair with Monica Lewinsky?
He did not. Bill Clinton.
Yes. 2 planets have no moons, Mercury and what other?
That would be Uranus, Sarah.
No.
Mercury and Venus?
What? Yes. Quincy Jones had 7 children with how many different women?
7.
No.
8.
No.
I'm going to go 5.
What? Yes. Beginning with T, what is the real first name of Jack Black?
Thomas?
Yes. The United Kingdom is made up of England, Scotland, Northern Ireland, and what?
France.
No.
I don't know. New Zealand.
No.
Pass.
Gosh, I really...
My luck ran out.
I literally, I was just about to stop, giving you questions because I was just so, how is he this lucky?
It's annoying.
It is.
Smart is the word.
Thank you, Dan.
You're welcome.
Well, you did get 8 correct, which is a win, 8-5. Sorry, Zach.
That's right. He's too good.
He's
Thank
too good.
Thank you, Zach. Much love to you.
Oh my gosh, that was...
Makes me want to throw up in my mouth.
I know. I literally was just going to give up. I was like, he's going to
That's a you problem.
I'm shocked that you got Thomas, you got Venus.
Well, Thomas seemed think of first name that starts with a name that starts with the letter T.
Zach named 3 T names, and none of them were Thomas.
We're not talking about Zach. We're talking about Steve right now.
Oh, boy.
Of course we are. The only one you did not get, the United Kingdom is made up of England, Scotland, Northern Ireland, and...
Wales?
Yes.
Boom.
Nice.
Well, congrats, Steve, on beating Zach.
We have Live Night coming back on December 13th at Showbox Soto. We only get together with the Rockaholics a few times a year, and this is one of those opportunities, Steve.
And this one's one of my favorites because it's just a pure cluster F. Like things that you think can't go wrong will go wrong. It's just a lot of fun just because we're just kind of working without a safety net. Everything's done live, from the music, the sound effects, the production. Everything is just kind of performed there live, and it's a lot of fun just, just hanging out with the Rockaholics. And we have Walter Jones from the Seattle Seahawk legend. He's going to join us as well. It's going to be a party.
And you can be an esteemed member of the audience by getting your tickets now over at KISW.com. We have a dear friend of the show who is going through some massively tough times, and we were hoping, Rockaholics, that you could help us out. We will explain what's going on after Pearl Jam.
The Daily Migs Show.
Migs, I want you to talk about the thing that you brought to our attention, something that you saw on social media, and you were hoping that we could reach out to the Rockaholics for a little help with.
No, we've done this in the past where we're just like, hey, just randomly, if we could get people together to donate some money to a great cause. And in the past, it was like for Motley Zoo, and the Rockaholics stepped up huge. So I was kind of hoping that, and this is a different one. It's a unique one. I get if people don't have the money or just can't spring for it, that totally makes sense. I know that we're in a world where money issues are for everybody, and I think we're all struggling at times when it comes to just being able to get by. But one of our friends who does so much for our show, for our station, and it's just an all-around great guy for the local music scene, he's hitting some tough times, and he'll probably smack me upside my head if you knew that I was doing this, but I think it'd be really great if we could surprise him with some random acts of generosity and kindness. So Glenn Cannon, who has played with me in my band, he's also been in Window Pane, Glenn Cannon in The Damage Done. He's also a massive part of the New Originals and does all the stuff for KSW behind the scenes and helps us with Live Night. He'll be there for Live Night.
Oh, yeah.
He's just a very giving person. And on top of that, he's the type of guy that'll take his shirt off he literally will take his shirt off of his body to give it to somebody if they needed it. I've also seen him help people when their car or their motorcycle is broken down. He'll go there and help them when it's raining outside. And he's never asked for a favor in return. And I just recently saw that him and his wife were just going through some tough times financially. And his wife and his father-in-law or her father just recently passed away, and she has to go travel a lot now in order to deal with the estate stuff. And I know what that's about, and I know it's not cheap, and it could definitely, right now I'm still trying to recover from everything that's gone on with my dad financially, and trying to get by, but fortunately able to pay my bills. And they're not in that situation right now because she has a new job. Glenn also is now selling some of his prized possessions, like guitar stuff, his Harley Davidson, and it just breaks my heart. And so I was hoping, because I saw a lot of people, his wife set up a GoFundMe to try and help deal with some of these costs, because right now they're just struggling and it's tough. And I was just kind of hoping that maybe the Rockaholics, if they're able to, can donate a couple bucks, $5, $10. I mean, whatever you got. If you know Glenn, you know what kind of person this guy is, and it would be so appreciated. And if anyone could just step up and donate a couple of dollars, that would mean a lot to me, but I think would mean a lot to him and his wife as they're trying to deal with the passing of someone that they love, and now the financial repercussions because of that.
And I know that on the Daily Migs social media pages, we have shared the GoFundMe. Daily is spelled without an I, Daily Migs Show. Find us, and you can make a donation to help Glenn and his wife get through this. This is just something that you wouldn't wish on anyone.
And I just love for them to wake up this morning. Everyone's got and I get it. Everyone's got their issues money right now, and it's a tough time. But if you're able to, and it would just mean a lot to know that they could wake up this morning and be like, oh, crap, okay, this is a little less difficult for us right now because, they just saw massive amounts of donation. So like I said, a couple dollars goes a long way.
Absolutely. Now, I also want to ask for help, but it is not in the financial way. I need some advice, maybe, Steve Migs.
Okay.
And maybe anyone else that's a parent out there that has gone through this. I took Barrett to the dentist yesterday, and he did great. We have come a long way because the dentist has been a place of complete meltdown disaster.
Do you go to a dentist that has like all the fun stuff for the kids?
Oh, yeah. He was watching Bolt, the movie Bolt, yesterday while he was doing it. And they treat him differently than they treat the other children because he was so difficult a couple times that they allow him to pick 2 prizes from the prize drawer instead of just one.
He has to be pretty difficult for them to be like, you know what, just the look on your face answers that question. Never mind.
Oh my God, he's like, I got 2 prizes, and all the other kids only get 1.
I was rewarded for my awful behavior.
It's awful. So but what we learned yesterday is that his mouth, his palate is not quite expanding out as much as they would like it to. It's kind of a little bit too narrow for his adult teeth that will be coming in before too long to have enough room. So they're already worried about overcrowding in his mouth. And so they want him to get one of those kind of like a mouth guard that he will sleep with.
Is that to hope to stretch his mouth?
To help, to help his mouth expand a little bit.
Okay.
And I am just wondering, like, is it in the realm of possibility to get a 5-year-old to wear a night guard?
Dude, good luck.
Right?
I don't know how you can. I mean, I'm just thinking about Tatum, and if it's not like, I remember whenever she's sick, you know how they have those little snot suckers?
Oh, yeah.
It's like as if we're stabbing her when we try and use one of those things. She freaks the living hell out. So I can't even imagine trying to put a mouth guard in her mouth when she goes to bed. She would take it out by the time we leave the room.
That's what I'm thinking. So, or am I going to have to wait for him to fall asleep and then just shove it in there or something? I don't know.
I feel like that would wake him up.
Right? So now we have to watch this. We have to watch like an hour-long tutorial and go back in 2 weeks and get him hopefully fitted for this thing. But the guy already has such a problem with the dentist that I'm not sure if this is going to go well for him.
It definitely isn't going to make him like the dentist more.
And of course, they're talking about that this will help hopefully offset any like orthodontic things that he might need later. But I'm like, he's 5. I'm very worried about this.
Is it something that he absolutely has to do? I mean, I feel like they probably have experience in like kids that are that age and had to wear this, or is it like can you cross that bridge again when he's a little bit older and understands what's going on?
Well, they said this is like mostly for kids in the like 3 to 6 age range, and he's 5. So I mean, we'll see. I'm not feeling great about it though.
Well, it's funny you say that because Lily is also on the braces train, and she's going to need braces at some point. But she's 10; she hasn't even lost all of her adult teeth yet, and she's like, "Dad, I want braces." Now, being somebody who just went through braces, I am like, I think you should probably wait.
Just hold off.
You just hold on a few years because you're not. She freaks out when you take a Band-Aid off of her. It's the same kind of thing. I'm like, there's no way you're gonna enjoy metal cutting up your mouth for the next 2-3 years. And she's just like, I want braces, and I'm like, you know what? Dude, deal with it.
I mean, Tatum's only 5, but like right now, it's just baby teeth. But I'm like looking at her teeth. I'm like, she's probably gonna need braces. And I'm like, man, I should probably start saving right now.
Yeah.
Because I've heard stories of those not being very cheap.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Yesterday, if you were listening, you probably heard us chatting about our friend Sarah and if she ended up going to an election watch party last night.
Yes.
She did, kind of. We're going to tell you.
It's the most Sarah thing ever, of course.
It certainly is. We're going to tell you what happened at 7:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
When you think about businesses that are selling through the roof like Aloe, Allbirds, or Skims, sure, you think about a great product, a cool brand, and brilliant marketing. But an often overlooked secret is actually the businesses behind the business, making selling and for shoppers buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. Nobody does selling better than Shopify, home of the #1 checkout on the planet, and the not-so-secret secret, with Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts going abandoned, and way more sales going. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell whenever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout experience as business powerhouses like Aloe, Allbirds, and Skims. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
After you use Bounce Dryer Sheets and realize how fresh, soft, less wrinkled, and less staticky your laundry can be, you'll put a sheet on your every time. Like those socks that smell like they've been through a marathon. Put a sheet on it. Or that blanket that's got wrinkles on its wrinkles. Put a sheet on it. Maybe even your chatty coworker who keeps distracting you. Okay, Bounce Dryer Sheets can't do it all. But for fresher, softer, better laundry, put a sheet on it with Bounce.
Our friend Sarah never really needs any crazy excuse to go out for a party. And Sarah, you were invited to an election party last night. Did that end up happening?
Well, the party part did. I actually ended up convincing everyone, hey, instead of like going to someone's house to watch it, let's go to a bar.
Okay.
So they all
to be around
listened to me.
everybody, to be around all the Americans.
Yeah, and I purposely picked a bar with a lot of TVs. So we got to this bar. There's seriously probably like 20 TVs, and none of them were playing the election.
You mean there wasn't wall-to-wall coverage of the election at a bar?
Well, instead they were playing a Mariners game, and I was like so confused for a second. I was like, didn't the World Series just happen? And they're like, yeah, it's a rerun. And I was like, they're playing a rerun Mariners game instead of the election.
Because that's more exciting than election coverage.
Maybe that was their way of making a statement. They're true to the blue. And they were like, it's the blue state. We'll play the Mariners game. No, probably not.
It was so funny.
Did the Mariners win last night?
I think they did. They were also playing like a rerun NFL game. And I was like, is this from last Sunday? Or
Mind blown, man. Here's a conspiracy theory. I saw because you sent a screenshot of the Mariners game. It was against the Cincinnati Reds. True to the blue versus the Reds. It was like their own way of like being like, do you think Root Sports did that as like a little...
They probably did.
A little subtle joke, like, hey, we'll have the Mariners who are blue versus the Reds.
Ooh.
Crazy.
I don't know. I didn't think that too much into it. I was just very confused. I was like, did baseball season start already?
What did you eat? What did you drink?
Oh, my gosh. We went here because Tuesday they have all-day happy hour. I had nachos, French fries, tacos, and 3 or 4 glasses of wine.
Ooh.
All less than $30.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay, that's a great deal.
$3
Where was this?
Glasses of rosé. It's Bellevue, which is shocking.
I like how you looked at it like it's Bellevue.
She's
like
very fancy.
Your kind Steve are not welcome here, so don't even bother going.
Well, I was just shocked that because I've never seen happy hour deals that good, and let alone in Bellevue, I was shocked.
Like they got to be losing money on that.
So is anyone else there to enjoy the election? Did you eventually get the election put on the TVs?
Eventually, maybe like an hour or two while we were there, one of the TVs did turn to the election.
Funny part, you have to wait until after the bars are closed to actually get the end results of the election, because I think it wasn't until like 2 a.m. when they made the announcement.
Right, and then one of my friends just kept kind of like refreshing her phone, and I was like, dude, you got to put your phone down.
Speaking of phones, did any of you, well, maybe not you Android lady over there, but my iPhone friends, did your phone automatically just add a tally on which states or which electoral votes were going to which president?
No.
Wait, what do you mean add it where?
So like on my phone at the very top, you know how you have like the Verizon, you have like whether or not you're on iFi, how many bars you have.
Sure.
Like where that little circle is.
Yeah.
On one side, it had a blue thing with numbers on it. On the other side, it had a red thing with numbers on it, and it was constantly updating who had the most electoral votes.
Steve, you work for the government?
I have no idea. I didn't do anything to make that happen. And I even showed it to my wife. I'm like, do you got this going on? She's like, no.
It's probably an app you have.
What app? The electoral vote counter app? I don't know. I couldn't get it to stop.
Because the only time mine does that is like when I like I have like the MLS app. So like Sounders games, it'll show me the score like that. But I've never seen that with like I didn't get that last night.
I wish I would have screenshot it so you guys could see it. Because I was going to send it to you guys. I'm like, do you guys have this going on too? Because I'll be honest with you, the craziest part was I was like looking at my phone. And I'm like, well, now I'm like kind of invested in what's going on. I ended up watching the election coverage when I said it wasn't because my phone kept giving me updates.
Oh my God.
That is so wild. Never have I heard of such a thing ever.
So strange.
A lot of times we end up talking about bands whose first album is their best album. You know, like Appetite for Destruction, the Blue Album from Weezer. But what about the times where their last album is their best effort? We're going to tell you about this after Bon Jovi.
The Daly Migs Show. The Daly Migs Show.
Looking to turn up the heat in your relationship this holiday? Lovers has the perfect pleasure presents with early Black Friday deals that are as nice or as naughty as you are. Save up to 60% on the sexiest holiday gifts. Lovers Rewards members can win a holiday sweepstakes grand prize worth over $4,000. With 18 Western Washington locations, Lovers is the place for sexy holiday gifting. Mention Indulge for 20% off your purchase. Visit loversstores.com for official sweepstakes rules.
Every industry, every job site, any challenge. Purple Wave's upcoming December 5th construction auction has the Caterpillar equipment to tackle it all. We make it easy to connect, inspect, and bid, ensuring you can find the right equipment that's ready to go to work for you. The equipment is ready to inspect at our partner Copart's yard in your area. Bidding ends December 5th at purplewave.com. the easiest and most straightforward way to buy and sell equipment. PurpleWave.com.
Black Friday week is here, and so are amazing deals at Amazon. You'll save so much on early holiday gifts for the home, like vacuums, bedding, and home decor. You'll have money left over for those sweet handbells you've had your eye on. Or that standing mixer to whip up some holiday cookies. Oh, what fun it is to save. Black Friday week is here with deals up to 35% off.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know Aaron from Tacoma is. Aaron, are you there?
I sure am.
Aaron, were you listening to the men's room around 5:40 yesterday?
You know, I was.
So you heard the cheat sheet. Do you think you remember?
So I was driving home as I got the cheat sheet, and I didn't have a pen, and I didn't want to get in an accident, so I made up a little rhyme with it, and I rhymed it all the way until I got home, and I think I got it. I'm pretty sure I got at least 2 of them.
I love this so
is
much.
impressive.
After the game, I want to hear what your rhyme was.
Yes, for sure.
Okay.
All right.
But not right now.
No.
All right, Steve.
Well, yeah, sure. Let's
Get
hear
out
the
of here.
rhyme.
No,
Okay,
Steve.
goodbye.
Steve, leave.
Fine.
I'm really, really rooting for you, Aaron, because that is amazing. For those playing...
You know what? I hope I do better than I did last time. I've only played once, and I dropped a deuce last time.
Oh, no. Let's hope it's a bit better than that. For those playing at home, Aaron has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Ready.
What is 50% of 150?
75.
Correct. Who recently apologized on ESPN after smashing a fan's phone?
Pass.
Cuckoo clocks were invented in what European country?
Germany.
Yes. How many dogs survived when the Titanic sank?
1.
No.
0.
No.
10.
No. Who played Patrick Bateman in the horror film American Psycho?
I have no clue. Pass.
Rumor has it Katy Perry used to carry around a lock of hair from Miley Cyrus and what other pop star?
Prince.
What?
Justin Bieber.
No.
I don't know. Pass.
Who served as U.S. president for most of the 80s?
That would have been Bush.
No.
Reagan.
Correct. What is the main ingredient in Waldorf dressing?
Waldorf dressing. No, that's walnuts.
No. Aaron. I don't know if your rhymed fully helped, but you did get more than you got before because you got 3 correct this time.
Hey, that's better. That's improvement.
Yes, it is. And if every time you call and play, you get 1 better, eventually you're going to get a perfect 10.
Perfect 10.
Yeah. I'm very curious to hear this song. I really am. But
We're
first,
60 seconds away from it.
Steve, are you ready?
Yeah.
What is...
I had to think about it.
I guess so. What is 50% of 150?
75.
Correct. Who recently apologized to ESPN after smashing a fan's phone?
Jason Kelsey.
Yes. Cuckoo clocks were invented in what European country?
France.
No.
Greece.
No.
Germany.
Yes. How many dogs survived when the Titanic sank?
None.
No.
1.
No.
2.
No. Who played Patrick Bateman in the horror film American Psycho?
Played Patrick Bateman. Oh my God. Was that Christian Bale?
Yes, it was. Rumor has it Katy Perry used to carry around a lock of hair from Miley Cyrus and what other pop star?
Well, that's weird.
Kind of is, right?
I know Britney Spears.
No.
Beyonce.
No.
Shock G from Digital Underground.
No. Who served as U.S. president for most of the 80s?
Oh, Ronald Reagan.
Correct. What is the main ingredient in Waldorf dressing?
Mustard.
No.
Ranch.
No.
Oil.
No. The Hawaiian Islands were formed by which type of natural disaster?
I'm going to go with a tsunami.
No.
Earthquake?
No.
Oh.
Steve?
A hurricane?
That wasn't great. No,
Volcano.
not a hurricane. There we go.
Volcano.
Yes. Way late on that one.
Steve, come on.
But you did get 5 correct, which is still a win, 5-3.
I'm the best. I'm the best.
Okay, Aaron, you said you thought you remembered 2 of the 3 cheat sheets, but you only got one of them correct.
I didn't. So I was so focused on the game that I as soon as I was done, I remembered the rhyme, and then I knew the other 2 answers. Hold on. There were 3 dogs on the Titanic.
There was.
And it was Taylor Swift.
Yes! You would have tied.
And I had 3 Taylor Swifts in Germany. I had 3 Taylor Swifts in Germany. 3 Taylor. I sang that all the way home, and I forgot it. And second, I called.
Aaron, I love you.
3 Taylor Swifts in Germany. 3 Taylor Swifts in Germany.
Oh my gosh.
That is the feel-good hit of the fall.
We needed that song today.
We really did.
Thanks,
Aaron. That was incredible. Well, yes.
In Germany.
Cuckoo clocks were invented in Germany. There were 3 dogs that survived the Titanic, and Katy Perry used to carry a lock of hair of Miley Cyrus and Taylor Swift. Obviously, whatever juju that did, it worked because she's very famous. And
very famous.
That's also very strange if it's true.
I kind of believe it. She seems like a quirky one.
Katy Perry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would totally carry around locks of hair of famous people if it would make me famous and successful and rich.
Don't look at us when you say that because it's already creepy hearing you say it, but then making eye contact with you takes it to another level.
I'm like, Taryn, can I borrow your head for a sec?
She was also trying to figure out how to get hair from Steve.
I think she was just going to shave part of his body.
I literally was, you guys.
Manscape me?
And I was like, oh, how would this not be weird? You eventually got the Hawaiian Islands were formed on the volcanoes.
Yeah.
And what is the main ingredient in Waldorf dressing? I love this condiment. Taryn, I believe, hates it.
Is it mayo?
It sure is.
Barf.
Yum. Well, congrats on beating Aaron, even though he had the coolest song ever.
We are bringing live night to the Showbox Sodo on December 13th, Rockaholics. It's a Friday where everything is performed live from the stage, and you can be part of the audience.
Plus, if you're a Seahawks fan, you want to meet and hang out with Walter Jones, the best to ever do it, number 71, in the Ring of Honor. He's also a Hall of Famer. He's truly one of the best guys. He's going to be hanging out with us as well.
Get your tickets now at KISW.com. Our phone number is 206-803-ROCK, and we are wondering, have your kids ever embraced something that you are into? Call up now if that is so. 206-803-ROCK. We'll take your calls after Aerosmith.
The Daily Migs Show.
Drew Barrymore just shared a great story on the Drew Barrymore Show about how she found one of her daughters and Adam Sandler's daughter watching 50 First Dates together.
This is just a strange thing just to set that up, but here's the conversation about it.
My daughter and Adam's daughter were watching it at my house the other night. And I was like, why are you guys watching this?
I just think it's so funny that they're all hanging out. Like,
They're
I think
homies.
it's awesome. Like, you watch and they have great chemistry on camera. So I'm like, okay, they're just homies as well.
Like, don't you get enough of me and your dad? And they were just so happy. And I was like, oh, but this is so sweet and wonderful.
Yeah, that must be kind of comforting, too.
It is.
Way. Yeah.
Plot twist. Adam Sandler's wife didn't know they were hanging out. I'm kidding.
It is, because your kids will, a lot of the time, reject so many things about you that when you see them embracing something, you're like, oh, how fantastic.
And so we wanted to know about this with our Rockaholics. Is there something that your kids embraced because you were into it? And Amanda from Puyallup, tell us about your daughter and her love of reptiles.
My daughter's 5, and a couple years ago, we kind of started talking about pets, and she wanted a snake right off the bat. And we ended up putting the brakes on that because her dad's not a huge fan. It took some warming up. But we got a bearded dragon we adopted, and she loves him. It's her best friend. She feeds him, takes care of him. And we go to reptile shows out in Puyallup, the Pacific Northwest Reptile Exhibit.
That's so cool.
And she wants to hold spiders, snakes. She's held a scorpion.
Woo!
Dude, that's so funny. Yeah, I feel like it's an easy pitch to dad if like you're like, hey, our daughter wants a puppy. All right, but then you're like, our daughter wants a snake. Excuse me, what?
Yeah, that was exactly. He was just like, I don't like snakes, and we'd been together for a while, and I didn't know that about him. And so she was like, hey, I want a snake for Christmas. And I'm like, ooh, well, don't tell Dad that.
Oh, boy. Amanda, did you have reptiles like when you were little? What did you have?
I did not have reptiles when I was little. I had pugs, and I had a cat.
So then what got your daughter into reptiles?
I really love reptiles. So I loved them, but I wasn't allowed to have them or talk about them or bring them home. I brought other stuff home, like pigs and chickens and other things.
You're like me.
But yeah, I would refuse. My mom would refuse to let it in the house. She wouldn't even look at it.
Then Amanda, you'll love this because you mentioned how your daughter also loves spiders and all that kind of stuff too. Yesterday I came home and my wife is walking out the door with a spider that was in the house to put it outside safely. And I'm like, my wife usually is like, kill it, get rid of it. But because Tatum loves spiders, now she's forced to save spiders when they're in our house. I'm like, I never thought I'd see my wife be this type of person. This is hilarious to me.
Yeah, that's me. I don't like spiders. And the last reptile show we went to, I actually had a tarantula crawling up my arm, and she just thought I was the coolest person in the world.
Last night, the reptile man came to my son's school, Amanda. Have you ever seen the reptile man?
Oh, my goodness. Yes, I have pictures of that big yellow snake that he takes from the 90s.
Yes, that was there last night at the school.
Yes.
So do you know the song that he sings, the rhyme that he sings to the kids?
Oh, man, it's been ages. I'd probably recognize it, but I don't remember it.
Well, here it is.
Red touches black. You're okay, Jack. What does a red touch? Red touches the black. So you're okay, Jack. It's a milk snake. But if the red touches the yellow, then you're dead. Then you put it down. And the poem only works in the United States.
This guy's awesome.
He had one of those
I do remember that.
Gaboon vipers, like the most poisonous snake in the world.
He had that there?
Yeah, he's just holding it. It was crazy, Amanda. I was freaking out. My husband was loving it. I was not loving it. My son, loving it.
So if I see a snake that has red touching black, I'm okay.
You're okay, Jack.
But if the red's touching yellow, I'm effed.
You're a dead fellow.
You're a dead fellow, yeah.
Dead fellow.
Wow. Rock on, Amanda.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, yeah, it was wild. I mean, they had a couple little lizard things. They had a turtle. The turtle peed all over the floor. That was hilarious.
That's better than a turtle just pees on the floor as opposed to this.
You sent us the picture last night of Barrett with a reptile on his head, and I was literally sitting on the couch and I showed it to my girlfriend, and she's like, "What the F is wrong with Taryn?"
That was a little alligator.
And you're like, babe, we got to go to bed. I don't have that much time to tell you what's wrong with her.
A Los Angeles Dodgers fan lost 2 fingers after a firework exploded in his hand during that viral World Series celebration. Of course, many had their opinions on this.
In all fairness, the red part of the firework was touching the yellow.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. Well, many people have formed their own opinions about this, and the fact that the guy now has a GoFundMe set up to help him out. So we're going to go straight to the comments at 8:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
When you think about businesses that are selling through the roof like Aloe, Allbirds, or Skims, sure, you think about a great product, a cool brand, and brilliant marketing. But an often overlooked secret is actually the businesses behind the business, making selling and for shoppers buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. Nobody does selling better than Shopify, home of the #1 checkout on the planet and the not-so-secret with Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts going abandoned and way more sales going. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell whenever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout experience as business powerhouses like Aloe, Allbirds, and Skims. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up with stinky clothes.
Rinse it out. Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the stinks that just will never come out. Pour Downy in the rinse straight. Every now and then I rinse it out. One wash and it delivers. One wash, it smells so clean. Downy Rinse and Refresh, it's a dream.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Fights odor in just one wash. Guaranteed.
Everyone knows social media is a time suck, and what you're about to hear proves it. If it's online, someone, somewhere, has an opinion and is whining about it. So let's get straight to the comments.
A Los Angeles Dodgers fan ended up losing 2 fingers after a firework exploded in his hand during the World Series celebration.
Right after they won the World Series that night, a bunch of people were just setting off fireworks, and he did that.
In case you missed it, here's the audio of the moment when that happened.
Don't blow that in my face.
Oh my goodness!
No! Bro, call the 911 right now. Hurry up before he bleed out. Hurry up, call 911.
My favorite part's not favorite, that sounds terrible, but my favorite part of that whole situation is this guy's telling everybody to call 911 while he's holding his cell phone, filming it. Last I checked, you could hit stop on that recording and call 911 on your own.
But it was for the gram, Steve.
I know, you can't get all those Instagram likes if you don't do that.
Well, you might be...
That is just crazy.
You might be wondering if there's an update, and there is. A GoFundMe has been set up to help cover the medical expenses of this Dodgers fan.
His sister set it up.
Yes, and many, of course, have formed opinions on this guy and the fact that he has a GoFundMe set up, so we will go straight to the comments.
Yeah, we sent a bunch of these comments and these posts to our production director, Jason, and said, hey, reenact them however you'd like, just to point out how people just lose their mind on social media. And people were doing just that. Are you ready for the first comment about this guy blowing his hand up?
Kaboom.
GoFundMe? That's wild. Hold my beer while I do some stupid and then do a GoFundMe.
And how much is it at right now?
$10,867.
Would you be willing to lose a couple fingers for $10,000?
Hell no.
No, and I think also the guy's hearing is all messed up now. Look, I mean, what he did was stupid. And if people want to donate, I'm not going to tell people not to. Like, it doesn't impact me in that sense, but I know like his sister was just like, he's a loving, fun-loving guy. She says, he made a mistake, but now he has to live with that mistake for the rest of his life because he worked on, I think she said he worked on the oil fields and all that kind of stuff as well.
Yeah.
So that's kind of rough. All right, here's the next comment about the GoFundMe being set up for this guy.
They didn't even lose 2 games in the World Series and he lost 2 fingers? Crazy.
The people on social media are just savage.
They really are.
And it continues.
I hope someone can give him a hand in this challenging time.
I like that the sister said in the GoFundMe it could happen to anyone, and I guess she's not wrong.
I mean, I feel pretty confident knowing that I'm not gonna try and set off an explosive in my hand.
That's not gonna happen to me.
I mean, I might lose my fingers in different ways, but I don't think it's gonna happen from setting off an explosive after my favorite team wins a championship. That's for sure. I know. I think she even said it wasn't even his fireworks. Some stranger gave it to him, which I'm like, I mean, I hope you're telling the truth, but I mean, some of this sounds like a little bit of a make-em-up.
Yeah, but he lit the firework, though. It's not like the guy handed it to him lit. He lit it.
Right, the guy didn't have a gun to his head and said, now light it.
You could say that the celebration was a little out of hand.
Yes, I think it was definitely out of hand. Oh, God. There was a lot of shocker jokes, too.
Oh, no.
There were a lot of shocker jokes.
No.
Yes. That's shocking. 2 in the what?
Oh.
I don't mean to point any fingers at anyone, but whose fault was this?
I'm trying not to laugh.
We got one more. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He deserves a World Series ring.
Now that's what's up.
Do you think the Dodgers are going to donate?
I don't know. I went on the GoFundMe, and sometimes like when you click on top donors just to see, because sometimes you'll see like a random celebrity donate, and it's always kind of an interesting thing. There's $1,000 donation that's anonymous. So I'm thinking it was Freddie Freeman, MVP of the Los Angeles Dodgers. He's a good guy.
He is a good guy.
I saw the story, and it's like, you know what? I'll give this guy I'll give him $1,000. I wonder though.
Yeah, I mean, I would think maybe somebody would out of the kindness of their heart.
He's definitely connected to this World Series, I think. When it comes to like the absurd stories that happen after a team wins a championship, this is right up there.
Oh, absolutely. What happened to Tom Hanks that led him to say a little something like this?
If I can find it.
Let me tell you something about these who write about movies.
Oh, we're going to tell you what's
Angry
trending.
Tom Hanks.
We're going to tell you what's trending after Def Leppard.
The Daily Migs Show.
We know that many of you are just waking up and starting to move through the morning, and pop culture is a wild, crazy world. So we're here to help you out and tell you what's trending.
What's trending on the Daily Migs Show? What's trending? Let's go. Let's go.
Tom Hanks was slamming movie critics during a complete rant that he went on during the Conan O'Brien podcast he was recently part of. And he was specifically criticizing some of the harsh reviews of his movie, That Thing You Do, which was his directorial debut back in 1996. So great.
Such a fun film.
Such a fun film. So it was really did not get great reviews out of the gate. But now, all these years later, it's become a cult classic. And a lot of those people that said those things are taking back what they said. And here's Tom Hanks speaking about that.
Let me tell you something about these who write about movies. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a podcast. Somebody who wrote about it is that this is just, Tom Hanks has to stop hanging around with veterans of TV because this is just like the shot on TV and it's not much of anything,
Mm-hmm.
That same person then wrote about the cult classic, That Thing You Do. Same exact person. It's all you need is 20 years between now and then, and it ends up speaking somewhere. But that's the thing we all signed up for. That's the carnival.
Question,
I didn't know
Steve.
we signed up to deal with douchey critics.
Do you think Danny or Sarah has seen that movie?
No.
I'm going to guess no.
I mean, based on the fact they're both squinting their eyes, trying to tap into their brain to see if they watched that movie. It's a great one.
You don't know the song from that movie?
I know the song, but I don't know the movie.
Sing the song. Let's see if it jogs
Doing that thing you do, breaking my heart into
I immediately regret telling you guys to sing it. Please stop. Please stop. And no, nothing's being triggered in my mind.
You're missing out, man, on some great music.
I don't think I am. That was actually a little terrifying.
The band was called The Wonders, but it was spelled O-N-E, so they said it looks like the Oneaters. Sarah.
Oh, wow, that's so hip and
You
cool.
know what? As someone who saw the movie and liked it, we're not doing a very good job of selling this film to Sarah. I don't even want to watch. I want to erase it from my memory based on how we're talking about this film.
I also just realized that I didn't know the actual song. I knew it because New Found Glory covered it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they did it for one of their from the Screen to Your Stereo.
I could see that turning into a pop punk song.
Yeah.
Easily. Although it does. That's why I just don't care about critics. Why would I care about someone whose opinion I don't even know? I don't know if that critic likes the same movie as me.
Yeah.
So why am I going to follow, and watch a film based on what Joe Schmo, from Joe Schmo's Movie Reviews website, which is a great website, don't get me wrong.
Of course.
Yeah, what would you say is your favorite Tom Cruise film?
Oh, my God. Probably A League of Their Own.
Tom Hanks.
Tom
Sorry.
Hanks. A League of Their Own. I love A League of Their Own.
But I also want to know what your favorite Tom Cruise movie is. Yeah. League of Their Own?
League of Their Own is always a favorite, but I love Forrest Gump because the soundtrack is awesome.
I might lean towards Forrest Gump. I mean, I like some of his older films too, like Big.
Oh, Big was so good.
Big was really. Remember, I'm going to ask a question. I know the answer. It's no. Did you guys ever see Bachelor Party?
No.
This is early Tom Hanks film where it's a dumb, ridiculous comedy. It's kind of like an R-rated dumb comedy from the 80s. It's really fun.
Put it on the list. Sarah's list is so long.
Castaway. I know you love Castaway.
Oh, yeah, she loves Castaway.
Oh, that's Wilson, right?
Oh, yes it is.
That's my volleyball. I'm literally Googling Tom Hanks movies, and the only one I've seen, and Steve, you don't even count this, is Toy Story.
You've never seen Forrest Gump?
No.
Oh,
What?
wow.
I've never seen any of these movies.
He's arguably one of the greatest actors of all time. You've seen none of his movies?
No, it doesn't look like he's in any romantic comedies.
Yes, he is. Sleepless in Seattle.
Sleepless in Seattle.
Okay,
so many.
Okay, not in the 90s. Okay, let's more like 2000s, 2010s,
But the 90s,
2020s.
that's the only decade where the rom-coms are good.
Also, Toy Story is from the 90s, Sarah.
Well, and I watched that when I was like 5. I wasn't watching romantic comedies when I was 5, Taryn. And The Notebook came out in the 2000s, okay? And that was the best.
What about Splash, another great romantic comedy where he falls in love with a mermaid?
Wow, I'm adding this to the list. That sounds intriguing. How do they do it if she's a mermaid?
Carefully. And a hot tub. Turner and Hooch, not a romantic comedy, but a great buddy cop show with him and a dog.
No, I don't want to watch a dog. Does the dog die?
Yeah, you're not going to sell her with the dog.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Okay, keep going.
I'm trying to think of what other good ones. I said Bachelor Party.
See, there are
Saving Private Ryan.
Oh. You've Got Mail. Him and Meg Ryan. That's a romantic comedy.
Yeah.
When did that come out?
Forever ago, 1998.
90s, though.
Yeah. Sully. Sully was a good one.
Oh, that was a really good one.
What's the one where you're stuck at an airport?
Airport. I don't
know, but it doesn't sound like a great.
Did you ever watch Catch Me If You Can? Catch Me If You Can?
Yes.
That was a good one.
That was a really good one.
That one was pretty.
I think I have that on DVD. If only I had a DVD player.
Wow, it's that old?
Yes, Sarah.
Damn, I'm shocked you haven't never. Joel versus the Volcano, someone just texted in. Someone said it would be a toss-up between Turner and Hooch and Forrest Gump for their favorites of all the Tom Hanks films.
I feel like every day Sarah just finds some way to further embrace her, enjoy herself to our rockaholics. And today it's not seeing Tom Hanks movies.
Yeah, someone said, please do yourself the favor and see Forrest Gump.
Yeah, you need to.
Does it hold up?
Oh,
yes.
When's the last time you guys watched it?
Back when it came out.
No, I've watched it within the last 5 years, guaranteed.
No, that's not guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
Do not.
Rockaholics.
The Terminal.
Oh, The Terminal.
Thank you, Texter. That's the one. You got to check that one out. He just hangs out at an airport.
You know what? We were supposed to tell you what's trending, and we just told you all the movies that Sarah's never seen, starring Tom Hanks. Rockaholics, how would you like to beat Steve Migs? He's got a record of 310 wins, 93 losses, and 55 ties in 2024. 206-803-ROCK. We will play Beat Migs at 8:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
Every industry, every job site, any challenge. Purple Wave's upcoming December 5th construction auction has the Caterpillar equipment to tackle it all. We make it easy to connect, inspect, and bid, ensuring you can find the right equipment that's ready to go to work for you. The equipment is ready to inspect at our partner Copart's yard in your area. Bidding ends December 5th at purplewave.com. The easiest and most straightforward way to buy and sell equipment. purplewave.com.
Got a hot and heavy holiday on your mind? Lovers has the perfect pleasure presents with early Black Friday deals that will get you off the naughty list this year. Save up to 60% on the sexiest holiday gifts. Lovers Rewards members can win a holiday sweepstakes grand prize worth over $4,000. With 18 Western Washington locations, Lovers is the place for sexy holiday gifting. Mention presents for 20% off your purchase. Visit loversstores.com for official sweepstakes rules.
Black Friday week is here, and so are amazing deals at Amazon. You'll save so much on early holiday gifts for the kids, like arts, crafts, games, and tech. You'll have money left over for some new board games to boost the kids' confidence. You won again. Or that multi-voice changing megaphone so you can really spread the cheer.
Happy holidays.
Oh, what fun it is to save. Black Friday week is here with deals up to 35% off.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs.
Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know Jared from University Places. Jared, are you there?
I'm here.
I'm Sarah, your host, and it's time for you to get out of here, Steve.
Bye-bye.
For those playing at home, Jared has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yep.
A car with a removable roof is called a what?
Convertible.
Correct. Which Peanuts character always plays the piano?
Linus?
No.
Schroeder?
Yes. Princeton University is located in what state?
New Jersey.
Yes. What does the W stand for in the name of President George W. Bush?
Walker.
Yes. A clouder is a collective term for a group of what?
Pass.
The first sense that a dog develops is what?
Smell.
No.
Hearing.
No.
Sight.
No. What Drop It Like It's Hot rapper was banned from Norway for 2 years?
Pass.
Michelangelo was from what Italian city?
Venice.
No.
Florence.
Yes. What is the 11th letter in the English alphabet?
K.
Correct. Alice in Chains released Facelift in what early 90s year?
91, 92, 93.
No. A clouder is a collective term for a group of what?
I don't know.
Jared, you got 6 correct.
Yeah.
I like how Taryn looked completely mortified about the K question.
You got that answer so fast.
Boom. I'm sitting here counting on my fingers.
Me too. A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
You did great, Jared.
I know. I mean,
Thank you.
do people just have that memorized?
I sure don't.
I don't either.
I don't think Steve does.
Oh,
He's going to be doing finger counting for
I can't wait
sure.
for that one. Uh-oh.
Get your fingers ready. Okay, put them away. Steve.
Fingers engaged.
Are you ready?
Let's go. They're warmed up.
Taryn, Sarah, move now.
Steve, are you ready?
It's finger time.
Oh, you're like doing like you're wiggling them too. Oh, it's really weird. A car with a removable roof is called a what?
Convertible.
Correct.
These
Which
fingers are
Peanuts
rocking.
character always plays the piano?
Oh, it's Schroeder. He uses his fingers.
Princeton University is located in what state?
Oh, crap. New Jersey.
Yes. What does the W stand for in the name of President George W. Bush?
Walker.
Correct.
Texas Ranger.
A clouder is the collective term for a group of what?
A clouder?
A clouder, yes.
Fish?
No.
A cloud of birds.
No.
Cloud or clouds.
No. The first sense that a dog develops is what?
I'm going to go with taste.
No.
Smell.
No.
Sense of touch.
Yes.
With their fingers.
What Drop It Like It's Hot rapper was banned from Norway for 2 years?
Snoop Dogg.
You know it. Michelangelo was from what Italian city?
Rome.
No.
Sicily.
No.
Vatican City.
No. What is the 11th letter in the English alphabet?
Oh, this is the finger one.
It sure is.
K?
Correct. Wow, those fingers didn't let you down.
Buzzer beater.
Those fingers got it in time.
Okay, sure did. You got 7 with that last one there, which makes you the winner 7-6.
Let's go.
Sorry, Jared.
No worries. Good game.
Thank you, Jared.
Yeah, Jared just knew that the 11th letter was K.
He didn't need to use his fingers?
I don't think he used his fingers. He didn't say like A, B, C, D. He didn't do any of that.
Think. He just like rattled it off. It was like Rain Man.
Boom?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, it was impressive.
That's cool. That's awesome.
A clouder is a collective term for what group of what animal?
Sharks.
No.
I have no idea.
Cats.
Oh.
Clouder of cats.
I'm good without that.
Are you good without that knowledge?
Yeah.
I thought it was really actually fascinating that dogs develop their touch first. I thought for sure it was going to be smell. Michelangelo is from Florence. That is one that Jared got correct. And you probably would have got the Alice in Chains release Facelift in what early 90s year?
1990?
Yes. Jared guessed everything but 90.
Ouch.
Yeah. Congrats on beating him.
If you want to play Beat Migs live, we have an opportunity for you to do that. That's when Live Night comes to Showbox Soto on December 13th. Everything will be performed live from the stage, from the sound effects to the commercials, the music. And we're going to be there with the men's room doing what we do.
And also, speaking of music, our friend Micah the Beast, who's a great ukulele player, me, my uke, and I. We've had him before. He's going to be joining us. We're going to probably do like some a twist to the hook or shook game with the ukulele. So that's going to be a lot of fun. But most importantly, no offense to Micah, but Walter Jones is going to be hanging out with us. Seahawks legend, Hall of Famer. He's going to be there with us as well. So if you want to meet Walter Jones, this will be your chance.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Don't miss it. Get to KISW.com to grab your tickets. Are you a micro cheater?
At Beat Migs?
Well, we already know the answer is yes to that.
No.
What does that even mean? We're going to find out what a micro cheater is after Metallica.
The Daly Migs Show.
Relationship experts are advising keeping an eye on your partner for signs of micro cheating. What is micro cheating? What does that even mean?
Does that have to do with your boys downstairs? Or is it like size does matter when it comes to cheating? Okay. No, probably not. If that's what this is, I will leave the room.
Here is a news report on the definition of micro cheating.
Let's talk about micro cheating. Your partner might be doing it and you don't even know. Relationship experts say be on the lookout for these signs. Does your partner keep an active dating app profile?
That might be a sign.
Even though they claim they aren't using it, are they communicating with an ex via social media or text? Do they have an emotional bond with a colleague? Do they hang out together outside of work? Are they liking or commenting too much on other people's posts?
This is great video.
Are they not coming home at night?
If your significant other is doing any of this stuff, you need to have a conversation with your partner.
They're not wrong. I had a conversation with my wife about, she was just like, I need to talk about this bond that you have with your coworker. You've been liking a lot of their comments, and it was Danny V. Yeah. She's like, you guys got matching Kraken jerseys. You go to the game. Sometimes you don't even come home until like 10 p.m.
We're macro cheating, though.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not micro.
Yeah, we're dudes. We got macros down there. We're the macro boys.
I've never even had a dating profile. I've never done online dating, so I don't even know what that is about.
Well, I always think it is crazy when someone says that they still have their dating profile while they're. I think the moment you say that you're serious, I feel like you just got to disable that page. Like, why would you keep it open unless you were hoping to see if there's any other grass that's greener on the other side?
I did think. Sarah, did you ever have any kind of dating?
No
apps.
No, I didn't. I had none. Luckily, I don't think I would do great in that world.
Well, you kept looking for crazybitch.com, but that wasn't.
Well, and they started to become very, very popular right before I met George.
Yeah, same.
I'm glad I didn't go into that. Like, I mean, I remember even like dating during like the early stages of like MySpace, and it was a little overwhelming where you're like, I'm talking to this woman, I'm talking to this girl. Like, you get like kind of excited to talk to different people.
You try to date people on MySpace?
Oh, yeah.
He got catfish, though.
I did.
He stopped.
I mean, they were robots, but they were still like, they kept in touch with me.
They would still talk to you?
Yeah.
That was not a MySpace thing, Steve.
What do you mean?
No one ever dated on MySpace.
I'm living proof of it.
What do you mean no one ever dated on everyone dated on MySpace?
That's where I first started talking with my wife. I met her in person, but then we stayed in touch through MySpace.
You're too young, Sarah.
What?
Yeah, you never heard of from MySpace to My Place? Yeah.
Oh, boy.
So it worked.
Question, is it possible?
I know a lot of people dated through MySpace.
Can you unearth your old MySpace anymore, or is it like dead?
It's dead. I tried because there's like a lot of pictures that I wish I still had, but like they're just, I don't know where they are, because it became like a music website or a music like social media page. But yeah, a lot of people were dating through MySpace.
Yeah, I just connected with my friends through MySpace. I met people, in the real world, I guess.
Okay. Wow. Look at you shaming all of us losers that needed the internet to date, which is like the majority of the world these days.
Sarah was on Plenty of Fish at the time.
Yes. Okay.
Bumble,
We know that you are a massive micro cheater and also a massive music fan. But do you think that you could name a song after only hearing 1 second of the chorus? Prove it to us, and if you do, you'll win tickets to see Trans-Siberian Orchestra, the Lost Christmas Eve tour at Climate Pledge Arena, coming up on Saturday, November 23rd. And all this week, we are giving you the chance to win tickets in the first 5 rows with our ticket countdown. Monday, it was row 5. Yesterday, it was row 4. Today is, what is it?
3.
Row 3. 206-803-ROCK. We will play Hook or Shook at 9:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
When you think about businesses that are selling through the roof like Aloe, Allbirds, or Skims, sure, you think about a great product, a cool brand, and brilliant marketing. But an often overlooked secret is actually the businesses behind the business, making selling and, for shoppers, buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. Nobody does selling better than Shopify, home of the #1 checkout on the planet, and the not-so-secret secret, with Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts going abandoned, and way more sales going. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell whenever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout experience as business powerhouses like Aloe, Allbirds, and Skims. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppables, you just toss, wash, wow, for all-day freshness.
All morning, we have received texts and calls from you, but we've not yet had a chance to chat with everyone just yet. However, the time has come where we are checking in with the Rockaholics. So call us up if there's something you would like to chime in on from the show this morning, or if you have something on your mind you'd like to discuss. 206-803-ROCK.
This one, it's a no judgment text. They said they have a question for us. No judgment.
Oh, boy.
Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
If you have any arcade video or physical games at your house, what would it be? So like Dance Dance Revolution, Skee Ball, Whack-A-Mole, whatever makes you happy. No judgment, LOL.
You know what? The last time I was at the arcade with my kiddo, he was all about air hockey. So I think I'd go air hockey.
Have you ever done the four-way air hockey?
That sounds adult.
It's for air hockey after dark. And it's awesome. It's chaos.
What does that even mean?
Each side,
2 and 2?
It's four. There's 4 holes.
Yeah.
And 4 people. And my hand gestures are not really helping
they're
with
not
this.
at all.
No, you know what? I'm just going to leave it at that. What about you there, Sarah?
Well, after those hand gestures, I'm going to say the 4-way air hockey. I do actually really like air hockey as well, but I do love skee ball. There's so many. Oh, I could even just like live with a pool table.
I might just go old school Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Oh, yeah.
Like the original one.
That's a good choice.
What about you, Danny?
I was thinking skee ball, but then at the same time, and I suck at it every single time I play it, but any kind of old school pinball machine.
Oh,
like me and my girlfriend like to go to Jupiter and play all their pinball machines, but I suck so bad at them.
But it's such a good look, I think. My wife disagrees, but I think it's a cool look in a house if you have like a pinball machine in the corner of like a living room, or I don't know, even in the bathroom.
What's her favorite thing? Like
her?
ever, like anything pop culture wise.
Her favorite thing, NSYNC.
See, I'm sure you could find an NSYNC inspired pinball machine for your house.
You know it has
but
to
I want to
exist.
kiss one, brother.
I mean, I can't tell you how many people have sent me links to buy Rush pinball machines over the years that are like anywhere between $10,000 and $20,000, and I'm like, well, maybe if I hit the lottery someday.
Oh, I like this text message. When are you guys going to talk about Sarah and her pickle witch? How have you not given her S for this yet? # blonde moment.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I've given her.
Come on, Sarah, dish.
Actually, yesterday after the show, we were giving her a hard time about this. Please let the Rockaholics know that don't follow you on Instagram and your stories. What happened to you at Jimmy John's?
Okay, well, if you didn't know, Jimmy John's has a pickle witch, which is instead of the bread for the sandwich, it's a pickle. So it's a pickle sliced in half, and then all the goodies are in the center of the pickle.
Right.
So I went to, because I was like, I love pickles. I want to try this. I went to go order my pickle witch, and the guy informed me that it's a specific type of ingredients that go in the pickle witch, which is like salami, and
the Vito,
a bunch of meat,
and cheese, and then the pickle.
Right, that I don't eat.
You don't eat meat.
I'm a vegetarian, so I was like, well, can you put your veggie sandwich on my pickle witch? Which, mind you, their veggie sandwich is only provolone cheese, tomato, and avocado spread. That is it.
There's no other vegetables?
That's it. No.
Very boring.
So they kind of looked at me.
I'd eat it.
And because that's all we can eat, Steve. That's why we would eat it, because that is all we have. So they were like, I mean, I guess so. Let me tell you, it was not a vibe.
You mean pickles with avocado is not guacamole is not a good mix?
No, it was actually disgusting. So then I was so excited. That's all I got. And then I bit into it and I was like, oh, I get why they have a specific type of sandwich for this. I didn't read the fine print.
My favorite part about this also was you were like, and it wasn't even that big. Like, did you expect that they would have a foot-long pickle?
Yes!
Where have you ever seen a foot-long pickle?
I don't know. Well, that's why I was so excited for it. My husband got a regular sandwich, like a regular person, and then so I pulled both out of the bag, and I was like, which one's mine?
And you got a veggie sandwich and a pickle like a crazy person.
Yes.
Can I ask you what George thought about this whole thing?
He thought the whole thing was completely idiotic, and then he was upset and embarrassed for me that I wanted my veggie sandwich in a pickle. So the entire time he's giving me like a bunch of crap, and then we get home and I try to eat it and it's terrible, and he's like, that's what you get for ordering that.
I feel like the employees at Jimmy John's were making fun of you for at least the rest of that day. If
Probably
not
through today.
If not, they're still bringing it up. Remember when that idiot came in and just wanted vegetables instead of a pickle sandwich?
A blonde walks into a Jimmy John's.
What a dummy. Yeah, I would not recommend.
Well, speaking of dummies, there's a woman who accidentally glued her eyes shut and did what most would do if they had to deal with a situation like this. She posted a video on social media.
Of course.
You'll hear what happened at 9:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
There's a Florida woman who has type 2 diabetes, and she was hospitalized because she mistakenly used nail glue instead of eye drops during a blood sugar episode.
Oh, okay. Because you always see like the warning things, and I'm like, okay, somebody was dumb and they used glue instead of an eye drop. But in this situation, still dumb.
Yeah.
Still dumb. I mean, I feel bad for her, but that's dumb.
Her name is Edie, and here she is explaining the situation.
Okay, guys, I'm at the ER because I was half asleep and I needed to put my antibiotic eye drops in tonight. And instead of grabbing the eye drops, I grabbed the Kiss nail glue. So this is them rinsing my eye out. They already took out 3 shards of super glue. Oh! And I'll post pictures of the super glue too.
I didn't even think about that it's going to come out in little shards.
Wouldn't you make sure that your eye drops are nowhere near your super glue for your nail drops?
I will also say, as someone who has possessed both eye drops and nail glue, they are in 2 different shaped bottles in my personal experience.
Right.
So you should just know the difference by feel. I mean, I feel bad for her, though, because that sounds like she would have been in a complete...
Have you ever super glued anything to anything?
I mean, for funsies. Didn't you used to super glue your fingers together back in the day?
Never intentionally, but it has happened. I one time accidentally super glued it to the table, and that was awful. Luckily, it wasn't like the full finger, but it was just enough, and I'm like pulling, and finally, I was like, hold on a second, don't do that. And then we were able to get it out using like nail polish. Was it like nail polish remover? I can't remember what we
something
used.
like that. Maybe something with acetone.
I can't remember.
Look at
so
you.
yeah.
You lived to tell the tale.
Yes. So don't be like me. Don't be stupid.
There's an old man in Oregon who was riding his bike when an ambulance crashed into him. The ambulance then, of course, rushed him to the hospital, but billed him for the ride. You're going to hear all about it during the Daily Migs download after Guns N' Roses.
The Daily Migs Show. Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daily Migs Download.
AKA the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
And look who it is. It's Ryan Castle in a honey bucket hat.
Yes. Shout out to Honey Bucket real quick. They have coffee mugs that look like toilet bowls.
What?
Yeah. Yes, they don't hold. It doesn't look like it holds a lot of coffee, but I want to drink out of that thing all the time.
Here's what's cool: when you put the coffee in it, it turns into that blue water you get in Honey Buckets.
Oh, okay. I'm talking about. I think you're going down a different road with brown coffee. So I like the road that you just went down.
This is a lumpy coffee. It's very nutty, though.
Hey, the DMD is brought to you by Palace Law, and this is just strange. It happened in Oregon. Of course, I keep things weird in Oregon. 71-year-old guy. He was riding his bike. He got hit by an ambulance. They crashed right into him. So, fortunately, they're an ambulance. So they put him in the ambulance, took him to the hospital to make sure he's going to be okay. And then he later received a bill in the mail for $1,800 for that ride.
Yeah, guess what? I have a feeling that's not going to stand.
Yeah, he's not happy about that. He also racked up about $47,000 in medical expenses. He's expecting another $50,000 in medical costs in the future as well because he fractured his nose. He got scraped and bruised up. His range of motion's been decreased as well. So, yeah, he's talked to a lawyer, and now they're asking for nearly $1 million.
Call her up, my friend Pet Pals.
Yeah, that's the guy.
How could you do that? We hate you. Oh, what's your address so we can send you a bill for that ride?
There was a recent study done on the best and worst places to live. I'm curious if any of us have lived in any of these places.
I probably have.
Mississippi.
No.
West Virginia.
No.
Arkansas.
No.
Louisiana.
No.
New Mexico. Oh,
yeah, that tracks.
I was like, I lived in Alabama, though. I was right in the middle of all of that.
Those are all rated as the lowest due to poor scores and metrics like average income and unemployment rates, with Mississippi performing the worst overall. But by contrast...
But also Dion's Pizza is a reason why New Mexico made that. And the blue meth.
Yes. That stuff is trash.
Bad.
If you want to know the best, it's Utah, the District of Columbia, Vermont, Massachusetts, and New Hampshire among the highest because of strong income levels, job creation, and economic stability.
And Ben & Jerry's ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Hey, last night the Colorado Avalanche ended up beating the Seattle Kraken 6-3. Well, not a fun game. Just not a fun day to watch television there, right there. 3-game losing streak ended for the Colorado Avalanche. Now the Kraken are on a 4-game losing streak. They are 5-8-1 on the season. So things started off well, have been kind of going downhill since. Hopefully they can turn it around when they take on the Vegas Golden Knights. That's going to be happening on Friday night.
Get Steve Migs in there.
Put it in, Coach.
It's time.
That's our E-bug.
You need to give up more goals. I'm your guy. Hey, as far as weather, hitting a high of 51 degrees, it's going to be cloudy. The DMD is brought to you by Jersey Mike's, a sub above, and that's what's up.
Ryan Castle is up next with your Morning 12 pack.
The Daily Migs Show.
This holiday season, give someone special or even yourself the gift of education at Pima Medical Institute, a respected medical career college for more than 50 years. Education is the one gift that gives back for a lifetime. Learn more at Pima Medical's holiday event and open house, December 4th through 5th, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. on all campuses. Reserve your spot at pmi.edu. That's pmi.edu. Pima Medical Institute. You can get there from here.